Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have I have a sore throat. So if I sound a little weird, it's because of that. And then this camera move. Will you be moving? There you go. That's better. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Coffee Break with Tara by Laura González. My name is still Laura González. People ask me why I never changed my name. We Mexicans don't change our name when we get married, so I didn't feel the need to be changing my name. Hello, tortas de papa. I want some papas, by the way. Tortas de papa shared with us some roasted potatoes on Tuesday, and they were delicious. Hello, Richard. So, tortas de papa, I need that recipe, like, for real. And today we have tarot for the weekend. Hello, Richard. I told you there's something in my throat. And it needs to go away because I have a class on Saturday. I have a ritual on Saturday. We have the Honoring the Moon ritual ceremony. And if you haven't signed up for that, hi, Janet. You haven't signed up for the Honoring the Moon ceremony, I recommend 20 out of 10. Come celebrate the moon with us. And then I have the class on Sunday. Yeah, the Xochiquetzali class is on Sunday. So I really need to take care of my voice. Hi, Ellen Road and Romy Rome. Romy Rome. And who else joined? And Tortas de Papa and Richard. All right, let's see what the tarot has for us today. May the divine let us see what needs to be seen and that information be used for our greater good. We have 3 cards. I'm using the Dark Wood Tarot once again. And I can't believe I have not said this. It's already June 7th, but happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. I just remember that I forgot. So we have, this is very interesting. So listen, if you are going through some emotional turmoil, your first instinct probably is going to be that of walking away. This is the 8 of Cups reverse. And the recommendation from the tarot is that we do not walk away. I don't know what all is going on. What are you feeling that you're maybe a little disappointed, disheartened, disheartened, um, maybe a little bit heartsick, not heartbreak, but a little sad, a little disappointed, etc. And your first instinct is to walk away, to move away. And the tarot is saying like, hey, hold your horses. Hello, Andrea. The tarot is saying, hold your horses, don't go away just yet. Wait a little bit and see what treasures you might find once you go deep into your emotions. I'm sorry, I think I have like a cold or something. So you're being told not to walk away, you know. 8 of Cups, reverse. So the first card is telling us don't walk away just yet. The second card visually is not nice. You've been warned. Visually is not nice. The actual meaning of the card is, in my opinion, one of the best, not because it's not painful, but because it helps us see the reality. So it's the Ten of Swords. I know, I know that visually is not necessarily the best, right? Person floating on the air with 10 swords stuck in their chest. Hello, future Juju. Welcome to the coffee break. So, as sad or as impactful as it may be to see the Ten of Swords, it's actually a good message because what is being killed here is not a person, but is rather an ideation that we have of that person or of ourselves. Sometimes when we are on relationships, friendships, entanglements, whatever, and we build an idea, we build a future archetype of what we wish things were. And here they're telling us, no, it's time to kill the idea. It's time to see the reality, but you don't have to walk away from that reality. So whether it's a friendship, a job, a relationship, family situations, etc. Hello, Vibe Space. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So whether it's one or the other, they're telling you there is no need to walk away, and actually you opening your eyes to the reality of things, not to your ideation, but to the reality, might help in this situation. And then the last cup, the last card that we have, the last tarot card that we have today is actually the Seven of Cups. And this to me makes a lot of sense because the Seven of Cups, it's a card of, again, like a reality check. If you ever had a reading with me in person, you know I call this one the BS card. And it's more like a BS detector. Seven of Cups invites us to really, really dig deep. As Richard said, deep thoughts. Seven of Cups is asking us, am I being lied to? Or am I the one doing the lying? Or am I pretending to be okay with the lies to keep the peace? And the question is, whose peace? Because if pretending brings you distress, then you're only keeping the peace for the other person. So the Seven of Cups invites us to reflect. Am I the one doing the lying? Am I allowing people to lie to me? Or are we both doing it? And are we both just pretending? You know. So again, it's not telling you to just walk away. It's not telling you to call the quits or to, you know, it's telling you to kill the ideation, to kill the illusion, to kill the illusion. That's why these two came together. Wait a minute, these two. Because these two are basically repeating the same message. Finally, I don't have glare in there. So these two are from a different level and from a different perspective. They're telling us a very similar message. The first one that is saying, mentally, let's kill that idea. Let's kill that illusion because it's not truth, it's not real. And emotionally, let's take an inventory, kind of like into how do we get here? Did we start lying? little lies to make the other person comfortable, and then suddenly we're living a whole life? Did we start code switching a little bit and then suddenly we are not there? Is it that our identity got too diluted to appease the other person? And this could be any kind of relationship, you know. All of us code switch. All of us code switch. And sometimes we do it so much that we get lost. Our identity is gone. So that's why they're telling us, let's kill the illusion, whatever we fabricated with the other person on that side, and let's also find ourselves again. And if we find out that somebody is lying to us, there's a video on TikTok, Instagram going around that says how much toxicity you take from a person, and the other person replied, how much venom would you like to take? Hello, Quesada. Welcome. And El Potato. We have tortas de papa and we have El Potato. Okay. So these are the messages. And then, of course, the Eight of Cups that is also telling us. And that doesn't mean you have to go away. So discerning your situation, untangling the illusion, the lies, etc., doesn't mean you have to go away. It means you're going to reassess the situation and you're going to find the truth, the reality of things, like kind of like where are we standing? And again, it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be work, it could be a business partnership, it could be um, leadership partnership. I don't know. Any entanglement where there is human interaction, which there is human interaction on everything. You're gonna have misunderstandings. You're gonna have code switching. You're gonna have some kind of diluted identity that we are being advised to kind of like retake and redo. Salud. So Vibe Space, thank you for commenting. She said, beautiful message. And that just reminds me, we're doing a Limpias workshop, Limpias for a person in Elgin. So if you were trying to get into the Limpias for a person and you couldn't, which was the very first one that I did in March, we're going to do it on June 23rd at um, Jardín Santuario Cisne on the Swan area in Elgin. I know it's alright, but they want to bring me to Elgin, so we're going to do it on June 23rd. And this is going to be a 4-hour workshop. So now the workshops are going to be 4 hours. And this is going to be our first 4-hour workshop. There's so much information that I cannot cram in 3 hours, even when I try. So we're going to try to be more hands-on and to have more practice. And so we needed to add an hour. And that way we can have like a little bit of a longer break as well, so that people can mingle, get to know each other, socialize, create community, and then come back to the teachings. So anyway, that's going to happen on June 23rd, and the early bird special ends on June 17th. So if you are inclined to come and join us in Elgin for the Limpias, a Mexican energy cleansing workshop, come and join us. I just dropped a card. I might disappear for a second. And I got it. And you know what? For one, I'm gonna read the one that fell. This never happens. I never do that, but we're gonna do it today. And we have air. Ooh, look at this. The horses. Remind me of White Horses, one of the Wendy Rule's favorite songs. So Wendy Rule, she's been on my show a number of times. And I remember asking her, what is one of your favorite songs that you favor? One of your songs, which is like asking a mother to pick their favorite child. And I remember that she said White Horses. So the card is of air and is signifying motion. This matches so much the tarot reading. Be flexible yet grounded. That's exactly it. That, remember the swords? That's what the swords are doing, is like grounding us in reality. Be flexible yet grounded. Allow yourself free thought. Move and choose. Find your freedom. Use your voice resourcefully. Stand up for what you believe in. Be mindful of the way you communicate. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. See how much it matches the tarot readings? Are you all in shock? How come nobody's commenting anything? I know you're in shock with the reading when nobody comments anything. Everybody's just watching and they're quiet. Don't be afraid, my friends. It's part of life. It sucks, but it's part of life, you know? I know, I know. It's like we all do it. We all want to please. And sometimes we go a little too far to please others, and then we need to reel it back and find ourselves. We've all been there. Believe me, I've been there more times than I wish I was. I know, Vibe Space is deep. I know, it just came out this way. Can't help it, you know. I think it's a gift that the divine wants us to go deep into this. And more importantly, uh, it doesn't, the fact that it's Pride Month don't escape to me, you know. Because when we're celebrating the pride of being queer, or pride in general, but you know, specifically this month is Pride Month. Um, it's about finding ourselves and being honest with ourselves and being brave with ourselves and stand up for what we believe. Never forget that the first Pride was a riot. And you know, it's kind of like that same energy of like, I need to be who I am. And if I'm the beauty of being yourself, and I know it's not easy, it's really scary, but the beauty of being yourself is the right people is around you. Because when you are pretending to be what you're not, you don't have the right people around you, even if you like them. But you cannot like them more than you like yourself. And I know that is hard. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but más vale solo que mal acompañado. It's better to be alone than to be in bad company. All right, I'll read again. Be flexible yet grounded. Allow yourself free thought. Move and choose. Find your freedom. Use your voice resourcefully. Stand up for what you believe in. Be mindful of the way you communicate. So that is the message of the Oracle. We have one more Oracle card because I'm not going to leave you just like that. We're going to pull another Oracle card. It's Friday after all, for crying out loud. And I must tell you, I was fixing my um, slideshow for the class on Sunday. It's going to be a great class, you know. Um, we're going to talk a lot about Xochiquetzali, obviously, the goddess of beauty and love. But coincidentally, we're going to talk a lot about Persephone as well. So there's a lot of light and darkness that is going to come in the class on Sunday. I know Richard is already signed up. I know Andrea is already signed up. If you haven't signed up for the class, do it now. If you cannot come to the class live, you'll get the recording right away, the same night. I used to wait for the recording. I used to send the recording like the week after, and then I find out that it will take me longer if I wait So what I'm doing now is like the class end, the video gets saved, and then I send you the oh, somebody's calling me. Not right now, sorry. And then I'll send you the recording that night so you can watch this class on um, Xochiquetzali, the goddess of beauty and love. And it's so funny that it coincided with Pride Month as well, uh, because there's a lot of queerness to Xochiquetzali. But you gotta come and find out. You have to come and find out about Xochiquetzali. What does Xochiquetzali have to do with queerness? What does Persephone have to do with Xochiquetzali? Oh my God, this class is gonna blow your mind. I was doing my slideshow yesterday, and then I've been doing my research like the whole week, and it's an amazing class. It really is. Andrea saying, thank you so much for that. Yeah, honey, I was like, oh yeah, I can send the recording during the week, and then I get super busy, and I was like, no. So as tired as I am after the class, I wait for it to be, it needs to upload, and then I upload it to YouTube, and then I write the little newsletter, and then I send it that night off. Some people have commitments on Sunday night, some people have danza, or they have other things to do. And I'm like, you know what? You sign up for the class, you get it that day, and then you watch it on your own time. You know, you miss the live um, discussion at the end of the class, but it's not like it's not recorded. It's just unfortunately I miss your comments. I miss your input. Thank you, Andrea. Andrea says, I'm rarely ever able to make it in person, but the recording are just as powerful. Thank you for that endorsement. And I promise you, Xochiquetzali is going to blow your mind because it's an amazing class. So if you haven't bought your tickets for that, there's still time. The class is on Sunday. I hope I have a voice by then. All right, folks, this is our last oracle for today. I'm doing the Halloween oracle. Yes, in June. Why? Because I do what I want. And let's see what the oracle says for us. I don't like when my voice sounds this weird. I'm sure you can hear it. You can hear it, right? Like it sounds a little different. It's a little lower. And it hurts. Woo! Forgiveness. Forgiveness. So, could it be that we need to forgive ourselves for lying to ourselves? I don't know. It just says forgiveness. So, it is said that it takes a big person to apologize, but in many ways, it takes an even bigger person to forgive. When we hold I hold grudges. I do. I must confess, I hold grudges. Okay. It is said that it takes a big person to apologize, but in many ways, it takes an even bigger person to forgive. When we hold grudges, the negative energy is incredibly toxic. It is like drinking a poison and expecting the other unforgiven person to die, whilst we may even harbor feelings of revenge. And to be honest, that does feel good for a while. It is important that we move those feelings along to forgiveness and release as soon as possible for our own health and well-being. If you have chosen this card, think about who it is that you could be forgiven, and that includes yourself. Hello, Nurse Steph. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you're not going to believe me, but the class on Xochiquetzali includes benevolence and forgiveness. I don't know, maybe I'm vibing with like Xochiquetzali energy, and that's why so many cards feel so related to her. But either way, don't miss the class on Sunday. So, let me read again. It is said that it takes a big person to apologize, but in many ways, it takes an even bigger person to forgive. When we hold grudges, the negative energy is incredibly toxic. It is like drinking a poison and expecting the other unforgiven person to die. Whilst we may even harbor feelings of revenge, and to be honest, that does feel good for a while, it is important that we move those feelings along to forgiveness and release as soon as possible for our own health and well being. If you have chosen this card, think about who it is that you could be forgiven, and that includes yourself. So here comes the little rhyme. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny. But to hold a grudge is to drink the poison and think that the other person will die. And what happens when it's ourselves? Are we drinking the poison and trying for ourselves to die? No. So, forgiveness. A wrong is done, consequences you cannot deny, but to hold a grudge is to drink poison and think that the other person will die. And I will say this until I'm blue in the face. You forgive to free yourself, not to let him in. Forgiving a person doesn't mean that you ever need to let him back into your life. It just means you let go and you forgive. All right, thank you everybody for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow at the Tonantsin Mestli Honoring the Moon ceremony in Pilsen. You can find the link in the bio. And Sunday at the Xochiquetzali class is gonna be amazing. Amazing, forgiving, queer, funny, and intense and beautiful. So I hope you join us. And until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. Bye bye.